Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. I do apologize for the long absence, but I've been quite busy with a few other things, and yeah, so I'm gonna pretty much discuss those later on in another video, but anyways, so this time I'm going to be taking a look at the much highly anticipated season debut of Beast Hunters. So yes, I said Beast Hunters, so we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Prime Season 3 Episode 1 of Beast Hunters DarkMount NV. So pretty much the episode starts off where we left off from Season 2, where the Decepticons are pretty much raiding the whole now destroyed base of the Autobots. Starscream comes across Wheeljack, and Megatron orders him to take him to the Citadel known as DarkMount, and that's actually a Transformer reference to the base DarkMount back in the late 80s. And of course I've reviewed Generations DarkMount, so that's actually a pretty cool reference right there. Meanwhile, as they're doing that, just a sec here. Smokescreen is pretty much doing his own, well, not doing his own thing, but he finds Optimus in the wreckage and pretty much takes him to safety through the canyon nearby, and Optimus is pretty much messed up. Like, I'm not even kidding you. For those of you who haven't seen the first episode of Season 3, Prime is pretty much, like, I'm not even kidding, he is totally messed up. So, as they're doing that, Megatron and Starscream are pretty much, they pretty much figure out that the Autobots have pretty much gone through their ground bridge before they destroyed the base. And as they're having a conversation, humans appear, helicopters and tanks specifically, to attack the Decepticons. And the Citadel pretty much has these 4 big cannons, and one of them activates and pretty much destroys the tanks and everything, and it also takes out the remainder of Jasper with it. So yeah, this is pretty much a Citadel you do not want to be messing with anytime soon. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. So after that, the Decepticons find the Forge of Solus Prime and Arachnid through the remains. Megatron wants an explanation from the 2 Viacons that found these 2 items of interest. What happened to the Forge of Solus Prime? We all know what happened at the end of Season 2, why the Forge of Solus Prime was kind of in the Autobots' hands. Elsewhere, after that, Megatron contacts Agent Fowler, warning him that the Decepticons do not want to be harmed. They want to be part of the human race. They pretty much just want to be like the Autobots. Obviously, we know that that's not probably good. We know that's not going to happen because, well, the Decepticons are pretty devious and all that sort of stuff. June, of course, Jack's mom, is pretty much working in the medical area and tells Agent Fowler that there's a lot of injured troops and whatnot. Agent Fowler, of course, was talking to General Bryce on the phone a few minutes earlier, discussing like the whole protocols and discussing about the evacuation of Jasper and whatnot. And Agent Fowler, of course, as you know, is pretty stressed out. He's frustrated. He's like so intense at this point of the episode. Elsewhere, there's a Viacon that's minding his own business, patrolling not a desolated street, but pretty much a busy freeway, shall we say. Not a highway. I say freeway because there's trees and grass everywhere, so I could be wrong. if you know what the real terminology is, just put it in the comment section. But anyways, Viacon's patrolling, and we see Raph and Bumblebee hide under a tree, and Bumblebee has a new color scheme just to kind of disguise himself from the Decepticons. I actually like the color scheme, I don't mind it. So, as for how he got the color scheme, I probably will never know, but he probably went to a paint shop and just, you know, did his thing. So, anyways, and pretty much Raph and Bumblebee are trying to figure out, like where the others are. Bulkhead and Miko are pretty much driving across driving on a stretch of highway by a few canyons, and Miko was going to play a video game on her cell phone. Bulkhead just tells her not to, like, you know, text or do anything on it, which of course that comes into play later in the episode, which we'll get to in a little bit. Anyways, back in the Citadel, back in DarkMount, Starscream pretty much interrogates Wheeljack and just pretty much tells him where the others are, and yeah, it doesn't go so well for Wheeljack, but he lives for now. Megatron tells Knockout to go and go back to Cybertron and recover the remaining relics that were left behind on Cybertron during the last encounter, back at the end of Season 2. Optimus is pretty much like trying to get into he's pretty much fading in and out of consciousness. Smokescreen just tells him to just calm down, just power down for now, and Prime is you know, he's just trying his best to stay alive. Smokescreen tells Optimus how he rescued him, and what happened was that after Smokescreen went to the ground bridge, he pretty much he just pretty much went back through the ground bridge, and as he went through the ground bridge, that's when the destruction happened, and he pretty much saved Optimus from there. And Optimus claims that there's no hope to save the world and all that, and Smokescreen is like he says, like, Ratchet can help you, he's the only one that can fix you, and Prime just pretty much fades into unconsciousness before, you know. Elsewhere, Jack and RC are at a construction site. Well, not a construction site, but a depot. And as they are figuring out their next strategy, Jack texts his mom June, saying that he and RC are okay and whatnot. And June goes to tell Agent Fowler the news. The Decepticons pick up on this text, and Megatron sends Laserbeak and 2 Viacons to go and investigate what's going on. So, as they do that, RC finds a helicopter, and obviously knows that it's a civilian, and as she's finishing her recon, she goes back to help Jack, and pretty much Laserbeak and the Viacons are attacking Jack, and yeah, pretty much Laserbeak destroys a semi-truck trailer, and it pretty much flies over Jack and lands like nearby. That was pretty dramatic. The most dramatic scene through that episode, that trailer flying through the air. I wouldn't know, I mean, it could defy the laws of physics, but I could see it like flying to a million pieces when it falls down rather than just landing as a whole. But, oh well. So then, so after that, RC manages to save Jack in time from the Viacons, and they head to a gas station, and Jack is like, well, we gotta find somewhere to hide. But they're not obviously going to hide. As the Viacons are approaching the gas station, Jack pretty much releases, well, not releases, but he pretty much spills gasoline all over the place. He heads for cover. RC shoots at the gas. It pretty much destroys the gas station. and also killing the two Viacons, and also engulfing Laserbeak in the process, which pretty much disgusts the Decepticons. And after that, they pretty much head off wherever they're going. Back on Cybertron, Knockout is able to find the Apex armor, and he's wondering where the phase shifter is. Obviously, we know where that is right now. Back in the DarkMount Citadel, Soundwave is examining Laserbeak, trying to salvage any of the surveillance tapes, and just he tries to. It's unsuccessful right now. Knockout contacts the Decepticons, and at the end, Knockout comes to the space bridge because Knockout found something, and that something at the end turns out to be Shockwave. And yeah, that is where the episode pretty much ends right there. So overall, it's a very good good reintroduction to Transformers Prime. A good introduction to Season 3, Beast Hunters. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. It could have been better, but other than that, overall, I'm really satisfied with this beginning. And seeing Shockwave at the end was pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I recommend going and checking this episode out. And yeah, I'm like I said, I'm really satisfied, and I can't wait to see what happens like later on in the series. So anyways, that is my video review of the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters episode Season 3 DarkMount NV. I will see you all very soon. I'll be back as soon as possible with my next video. And yeah, so take care, see you soon, have a great day, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.